Okay, to finish off this series of videos, let's get to the real reason why we're doing all of this work: the return on investment, the break-even time in number of mows, and then the break-even time in years. So we'll do the number of mows first. How many times do I have to cut the grass before it pays off to buy this new lawnmower? Well, that's pretty straightforward. Now, if I had to buy this lawnmower outright, I'd have to spend $10,000 on that lawnmower. But they are willing, the dealership is willing to give $2,500 in credit for the old lawnmower for its parts. So the investment is $7,500 out of pocket. So $7,500 investment. And we need to know how long is it going to take for our return on investment to pay for that. Well, that's easy. We have $7,500 in the top, and we just established that we're saving $3.18, and we save $3.18 per mow. So if I create a T-chart like this, my dollar units will cancel, and we're going to be left with a unit in the number of mows. Now, if I use the same setup and add an additional component to this T-chart, so we've canceled the dollars, and we're now operating in number of mows per year, and that's also given to us in the Schoology page. We cut grass 45 times in 1 year. So the first T-chart, the first T-chart up here is going to give me the break-even time and the number of mows. And the second T-chart, just by adding that extra column, is going to give me the break-even time in years. So let's see what we get. In this first example, or in this first chart, we've got 7,500 times 1, 7,500. And mows are the units across the top. Across the bottom, $3.18. I'm sorry, that unit canceled. So 3.18 is the value on the bottom. So 7,500 divided by 3.18 is 2,358.49. 2,358.5, I'll go ahead and round that, times I have to mow the grass in order to make this thing a worthwhile investment. Now let's take this a step further. What if I use the T-chart down below? Now when I multiply across, I still get 7,500, but the unit that's left over is years, 7,500 years, and then across the bottom, 3.18 times 45 is 143.1, and when simplified, 7,500 divided by 143.1 is 52.4 years. So how's that for an eye-opener? Way back at the beginning, you may have been looking at these numbers and say, well, my goodness, if I can drive twice as fast, cut 12 inches wider, an extra foot per pass, and use less fuel, 2.5 gallons compared to 0.9 gallons, it'd be a no-brainer to buy this new machine, right? And that's the trap that a lot of people fall into when buying new equipment. In this case, it's a lawnmower, but you or your parents might be looking at a new car. Well, this car is much nicer because it's newer and it's more fuel economy. It's got better fuel economy. Well, that's true. And in this case, that's true. We do save some money. But in order for the amount of money that we save in cutting the grass each time to pay for the cost of that new machine, we've got to cut the grass 2,358 times. Or while cutting grass around the house, it's going to take 52 years for that machine to pay for itself. It just doesn't seem realistic or right to me. Now, of course, things may be different if you're using this lawnmower in a commercial setting and you're cutting this grass or properties like this every single day. So let's say you own a commercial business and you do 45 cuts per property per year. Let's say you do 5 of those properties a day, and you do that 5 days a week. Well, now we're looking at 1,125 cuts per year, 1,125 cuts per year. And if we were to change that number here, then that's going to affect your break even. Your break even now becomes 7,500 years divided by 3,577.5. And the result of that, 7,500 divided by 3,577.5 is equal to, well, now that's a bit more reasonable, 2.1 years. So as a homeowner, does it make sense to spend $10,000 on a lawnmower? I just don't see it, financially speaking. As a business owner, well, sure. If that machine can pay for itself in 2 years and you get additional life out of it, well, anything beyond the 2.1 years of use is money that you're saving by making that initial purchase. And as you may have heard, it takes money to make money, and in this case, that would be true. Hopefully you enjoyed this series and got something out of it. I know there was a lot of math going into it, but in reality, everything was done with a very simple calculator with the new concept of these T-charts for unit conversions. And this process is something that I feel is quite meaningful in the real world. Thanks for watching.